Good morning, students. I'm Praveen Tripathi, welcoming you in the session of computer. From today onwards, we are going to start our chapter number 7, which is Introduction to Python. So, in the previous chapter, I have told you about the HTML language, which was the scripting language. Now, we are going to start a very basic, a very powerful language, a programming language, which is name is Python. So many of you might wonder that what is Python means. If you will see the relative answer of the Python, the conventional answer of Python, so it is a kind of animal, a reptile, okay, a big reptile. But this is not that thing you are wondering. This is a very important as well as well-structured, interpreted, powerful, object-oriented language, which is almost being used everywhere in the world. I think that you are using Instagram, Spotify, and JioSaavn, and the most favorite apps of yours, the Snapchats. So all these apps were used in Python. Okay, so now you can see, now you can relate that how important, how powerful the Python language is. And Wikipedia is also being made in Python. So a computer is an electronic machine that performs its task by accepting commands and instructions from the user. We all know that. The very simple and the very conventional and the very basic definition we have learned is that computer is an electronic machine. Yes, we know it. So if computer is an electronic machine, that means that it will not understand our human's language. If it will not understand the human's language, then how we will instruct it and then how it will produce the output. So for doing that, we need a language. Okay. So whatever we are saying to computer, it is not understanding. Whatever the computer is producing the output in a binary form, we are not understanding. So what will be the solution? The solution is that we will need a high level language, HLL. That means we will be needing a computing language. So there are several kind of language available in the computing line, but now we are focusing on Python. So a set of instructions that let the computer perform a specific task is called a computer program. I have already told you whatever the instruction you are giving in the form of in a code, it will be referred as computer program. Why we say this as a code? Because we are writing several instructions to computer system, but then it is converted in that binary form so that a computer can understand. So these intermediary work is being done using the compiler, using the interpreter. So that's why it is known as computer program. Okay. So computer programs are written in a language that the computer understands and can execute. These languages are known as programming languages. C, C++, Visual Basics, Java, PHP, R. There are several languages available. This chapter introduces a new programming language, Python, that is easy to learn and helps in understanding the basics of programming. So if someone wants to understand the basics of programming, someone wants to learn the coding, then he or she should start with Python. Now we will understand what is Python. Python is a high level, interpreted, interactive and object-oriented scripting language. Now I'm going to tell what is high level. High level means it can understand the human's language. That means it can understand the English language. But it do not understand the English language directly. It will need an interpreter. That's why it is called the interpreted language. Now you will ask me, sir, what is interpreter? Interpreter is a computer program language translator. Whatever we do the instruction, it will convert into the binary language. So that's why it is called as interpreted language. Then the next point is that interactive. Why it is called interactive? Interactive means it is very interactive. It will produce the output according to your instruction, according to the user instructions. And the next thing is that something kind of technical word is being used here, object-oriented. Object-oriented means that it will use the concept of classes and objects, but you will not understand in the class 7 that what is class and class objects. So this is the Python is high-level language, interpreted language, interactive and object-oriented scripting language. It was developed by Guido van Rossum in 1980s at the National Research Institute for Mathematics and Computer Science. So it was developed by whom? Guido van Rossum. When? In 1980s. Where? In National Research Institute for Mathematics and Computer Science. Its first version was released and implemented in 1991. So, mark my point, students. It was developed in 1980s, but its first version was implemented in 1991. And its high-level language, built-in data structure, combined with dynamic typing, make it very attractive for rapid application development. So, if you want to create an application in a very point of time, in a very rapid manner, so you can just create an application using Python. Python is simple and easy to learn language. Now, Python supports modules and packages. Now, you will ask me, sir, what is modules and what are the packages? Modules and packages are the programming segments, small segments. So, we will divide something in a very small segments and a very small parts, then it will be referred as modules and packages, which encourages program modularity and code reusability. So whatever you have written in the computer program, Python program code, so you can reuse it. It will not restrict you that you will use only once. You can reuse the program. Large organizations that use Python include Wikipedia. So Wikipedia using the Python, Google, Yahoo, CERN, NASA, Facebook, Amazon, Instagram, Spotify. The list is endless. Why the list is endless? Because everyone is using Python. The social news networking site Reddit is written entirely in Python. So someone will ask you that which site is being written entirely in Python. So your answer will be Reddit. Now we'll discuss the features of Python. In general, Python is user-friendly and a high-level programming language, which makes it worldwide popular. Some features of Python are as follows. So what are the features? First one is easy to learn. Due to its simple structure and clearly defined syntax, it is considered an easy to learn language. So why I'm saying that it is easy to learn? Because you can understand its syntax, you can understand its format and word and terminology in a very convenient manner. It is referred as beginner's language. If you are going to understand, if you are going to learn the coding, then you should start with the Python, because at the beginning level of programming, it is considerable as it supports the development of a wide range of applications. Next feature is that it is free of cost. Yes, we all love the things which is available as free. So yes, Python language is freely available from its official web address. So you don't need to pay anything. You don't need to buy the license of it. So it will be available to you free of cost by using this above URL, which I have mentioned here, https www.python.org. So it is open source. Why it is open source? That means anyone can make change in the source code freely. Okay. Then integrated. It can be easily integrated with languages like C, C++, Java, and etc. That means you can combine, you can just group, you can merge the Python code in the C, C++, and other languages. Interpreted. It is an interpreted language because the code is executed line by line at a time. Okay. The code will be executed line by line. This makes debugging easy. Now you will ask me, sir, what is debugging? Debugging means finding the error in a program, finding the mistakes in a program. That is suitable for beginners. Object-oriented. Object-oriented Python supports object-oriented languages and concept of classes and object. That means it will be using the classes and objects in the object-oriented. Now the very interesting part is that it is very portable. So the next feature is the portability. It is portable and can run equally on different platforms such as Windows, Linux, Unix, or Mac. So whatever the operating system you are using, it will not restrict you that it will be run on the Windows only. Whatever the platform you are having, if you are having Windows, if you are having Unix, so it will be run. GUI. GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. So GUI means you can create Python program as a GUI also. That means that will have button, that will have pictures. So these are the features of Python. Now we will understand how you can open the Python, how you can start your Python. So Python can be started in a two manner. First manner is in interactive mode and second one is in the script mode. First we will understand what is the interactive mode. In the interactive mode, we can type the command in the window and the Python interpreter will execute the command and gives the result simultaneously. That means whatever the code you will write in the interactive mode, it will give the output immediately, okay, line by line. I will show you the practical implementation, but first you will understand the theoretical aspect. Click on start button if you have installed the Python, okay. First you need to install the Python. Click on start button, all programs, Python 3.7 or whatever the version you are using. Click on IDLE, then you will find that your Python will be open. So this is the steps you have to do. The command interpreter window open shows you will see a Python prompt. If you are seeing these three angular brackets, these three angular signs, that means you have entered into the Python interactive mode. Type the command, whatever the command you type, whatever the code you will type, you have to press the enter key, then your code will be run. Now we will see the script mode, okay, we will see the script mode. You cannot save the commands in the interactive mode and you can execute only one command at a time. So what is the basic problem, what is the major problem in the interactive mode is that you cannot save your program, you cannot reuse it. Mark my point, you cannot reuse it, you cannot save it. But if you are opening in the Python in a script mode, but if you are creating a program in a script mode, then you can reuse the command. So if we want to reuse some commands or execute a group of commands, you need to save it in the form of file, and you can do this in script mode. So let us now learn how to create and execute a program in script mode. So creating first program in script mode, we shall now create a simple program in Python to display a message on the screen. The basic steps of creating a program are, so what are the basic steps? First step is that creating and writing a program and then executing or running the program. So now you will understand first creating and writing a program. Very simple indeed. Start Python IDLE, click on the file menu where you will need to click on file menu. Now you will click on this new file, a window will open. Type the command, so our command is print hello world. Click on save as option in file menu. So now it will ask you where you want to save the file, so select the location and save button. But mark my point students, whatever the name you are giving to your file name, but you have to choose as save as Python file, so .py extension will be there. So the file will get saved with the extension .py. Execute or running the program. Once you have created the program, once you have saved your program in a script mode, now you have to run it. So the running the program is very simple students. After creating a file in Python, you have to run it to get the desired result. To do this, follow the given step. Click on file menu, click on open option, the open dialog box open, okay. Now you have to find your program. So if your program name is find you, then you have to double click on it. Click on run and choose run module option. You can see the result of the complete program in the window. So when you will click on this run and then run module, or the shortcut key to run the Python program is F5. So your Python program will be executed successfully. So this is how we have seen the theoretical aspect of this Python programming. Now I'm going to share my screen to show you the practical implementation of Python. Now you can see my desktop. So this is my start button. As I have already installed the Python, this will be my Python, and here I have to click on this Python IDLE. So when I will click on this Python IDLE, it will be open. It will take 1-2 minutes to load it. So this is our Python IDLE. So the by default Python IDLE is open in that interactive mode. Here you can see the Python prompt, that three angular brackets, the three angular sign. So if our file is open in this three angular sign, that means we are open in the Python interactive mode. So supposedly I am writing here print bracket start, inverted comma start, and here I am writing hello class 7 students. Now I will press enter. Here you can see the output hello class 7 students. So this is done in but Python interactive mode. But once I am closing this, I can see there my program is disappeared and it is not being saved. So this is the major disadvantage if you will use the Python interactive mode. So whatever the code you will write, it will be not saved. But if you want to save your program, then you have to click on this file. Okay. Now you will click on this new file. Now it is our Python script mode. Okay, Python script mode. Now I'm clicking on this file, clicking on this save button. So it will ask me the location. So I am selecting this by default location, and I am giving the program name as lps7.py. Okay, lps7.py. Save. So once I have saved, now you can see on your screen lps7.py. That means this is my Python file. Now I'm writing print, and once again I'm writing the same message. Hello class 7 students. Okay, now I have to click on save, run module. Now you will find the output hello class 7 student. But once I will close this, it will be re-available. I can reuse it. Here I am going to show you how you can reuse it, because we have created our program in script mode. Okay, this is our file, open. Here I can find my Python program example.py, lps7.py. If I will double click on it, then my code is saved here. So this is how you can understand the Python programming language. I have told you the features, I have told you the components, and how you can create your file in interactive and script mode. So I think this is enough for today's class. I hope that you have enjoyed this session. Take care. Bye-bye.